Hi all, this is Selvajan here. Welcome to my networking channel. Today I am going to talk about HSRP and its configuration. So in the previous slides I have shown about HSRP, how it works. So there will be two routers like active and the standby router. So active will be always selected with the router with the highest priority or the highest IP address. So ESW1 is the active router here and ESW2 is the secondary router, and I have connected a in-host to ESW3. That is also another core switch. So here I have shown two routers R1 and R2 where I have configured AHRP. Now let us see the first scenario. I am going to shut down the active router and let us see how the HSRP works now. So let me go to the configuration of ESW1, which is the active router. So see, show standby VLAN 10. So standby VLAN 10 brief. So it will show the active. So currently you can see this is the primary router. I configure priority 200, which is active, and the standby router IP is 192.168.10.3. This is the secondary router IP. And another thing is this is the VIP IP, it is 192.168.10.1. So here go to ESW2, that is a secondary router. Let us see the configuration. Show run interface VLAN 10. So it will show, this is the way will configure the secondary VLAN. Interface VLAN mode, go to the IP address, this is secondary IP, standby 10 followed by IP with the corresponding VIP IP. Then this is a preempt and the authentication parameter. So what I'm going to do, just I'm going to primary router and I'm going to shut down the interface VLAN 10 mode. So I'm going to shut down this. Let us see what happens. So immediately we can see this standby will take over the active role. So what is the next highest priority? So here I have configured the priority as 200. So this I have shut down. So the next router will, that is the secondary router, will take over the active role. You can see here. So standby VLAN 10 brief. So this will take over the active role. So this is the main scenario of HSRP. So whenever primary router active router goes down, automatically the secondary or a standby router will take over the active role, because this is the next highest priority. So now I'm going to just reactivate this ESW1, that is a primary router. So let us go to the primary router. I'm just going to interface mode and I'm just doing a no shut. That will reactivate the router. Now you can see the stages. So it will go to these many stages like disable, init, listen, speak, then it will go to the active mode. See, you can see, so standby VLAN 10 brief. So this again went to the active mode and you can see the secondary router. See, it again went to the standby mode. So this is only possible with the preempt feature. So I will discuss again about the preempt feature. See, I have configured standby 10 priority 200 and standby 10 preempt. So what happens, right? Without this preemptive feature, when the active router goes down, secondary will take over the active role. So, but when I'm reactivating this active router, so this will not come up again without the preemption. So that scenario I'm going to show, that is the second scenario. Okay, so let us go to the primary router. I am just removing the preempt option. Let us see what happens. Interface VLAN 10. Okay, and no standby 10 preempt. I'm just removing the option preempt option in both the primary and the secondary router. Okay, I think hope you understand. No standby VLAN 10 preempt. No standby 10 preempt. I'm removing this. So what I'm going to do, let us before that let us see the status standby VLAN 10 brief. So the HSRP is still active. I'm going to shut down. Okay. So now you will understand how preempt works. I'm going to just shut down this interface, that is the primary router or active router. So now see, show standby VLAN 10 brief. So what happens now? This is taking the active role. That is good actually. So now what I'm going to do, just I'm going to reactivating the primary router. So previously it was shut down. Interface VLAN 10 no shut. I'm just reactivating the active router. You can see the changes. So this active router will not come up again without the, because I removed the preempt feature. You can see that. Show standby brief. See, it is still in the speaking stage, then it will again go to the standby. So still it is standby state even though the priority is 200 high. See, yeah, it went to the standby mode. Even if the priority is 200, it should come to the active mode because this is having the highest priority. So there always we have to enable the preempt option. Without the preempt option, the active role, when it is restored, it will not be the active role router again. So what I'm going to do again, I'm going to enable the preempt option, then it will work. Go to the interface, VLAN 10, standby 10 preempt. So what happens? Okay, so now this also I'm going to configure interface VLAN 10, then standby 10 preempt. Okay, so now see, now you can see the changes. See, now immediately after doing the preempt option, this go to the active mode. So with preemption enable, so which is having the highest priority, that will take over the active role when this active router is restored. So I'm repeating it again. With preemption enable, when the active goes down, standby will take over the active role. After a certain point of time, if active router comes up again, so this will take over the active role again. So that is the main specialty of the HSRP preemption enabled. So the third scenario, I'm just going to talk about the authentication. So authentication I already discussed. It is a security thing we are enhancing between these three routers. So that is the main purpose of authentication. So let us see. Let us go to the ESW. So let us see what is authentication. I have configured here. Show run interface VLAN 10. This is authentication. I have put it as Selva, and show run interface VLAN 10. I have put the configuration as Selva here also, both ESW1 and ESW2. So let us see. I'm going to change it. Interface VLAN 10, and I'm just changing to some other authentication. Authentication Selva 1. So what it happens, right? So even the link is not established properly, both the HSRP primary and the secondary. So standby VLAN 10. So this is also going to active mode, and you can see here also this is also active mode. So both are showing in active mode because of the bad authentication. See here you can see bad authentication from the secondary router. So still both are in active mode. That means it is problem is that we can't able to ping the IP also. See, I can't able to ping the gateway IP, that is a VIP IP. I can't ping it because of the active scenario. So I have to always configure the proper authentication parameters. So I'm just going to configuration mode again, interface VLAN 10 standby 10 authentication. I'm just rechanging it. So now it will work properly. So always they have to make sure while configuring authentication, you have to authenticate it properly, and also you have to specify the group number. This is a group number, for example. So this is a group number. I configure VLAN 10. So this also we have to configure the VLAN 10 in both the standby 10. We have to configure in both primary and the secondary router. So the primary router 10.2 I configured, and in the secondary router I configured 10.3. Okay, so this is having the priority I configured as 200. This is making an active role. So here I have not configured any priority. That means default it will take the priority of 100. So okay, three scenarios I have covered as of now. So the first scenario is when active goes down, secondary will take over the active role, and with and without preemption enable how the HSRP functionality works. That is the second scenario. And third scenario about the authentication. What are the authentication we can configure if any mismatch, how the HSRP will work. And the fourth one I want to talk about the HSRP interface tracking. So HSRP interface tracking is very simple. Assume in case I'm shutting down this interface, you are able to see, right? This interface, if I'm shutting down, this primary router will decrease its priority. So here I configure the priority as 200. So what will happen, that priority will decrease from 200 to 50 or 60, something like that. So then the next highest priority, right? So next highest priority, this is having 100. So this will take over the active role. So here I have to specify some command like track interface. So I'm just specifying in the router. So when it will always track for the interface, whenever the particular specific interface name also I can track. So if I'm specifying this interface as down, so automatically it will decrease its priority and the secondary will take over the active role. So let me configure the priority. Okay, I'm just going to configuration mode, interface VLAN 10. Okay, just standby 10. Some command is track fast Ethernet 1/2. So let us see the interface. What is the fast Ethernet? Yeah, this interface I'm going to shut down faster than 1/2, and you have to specify the decrement value. Okay, so I'm going to specify the decrement value is 150. Okay, so let us see what happens. So what I already configured. Now I'm going to shut down this interface. So once I shut down this interface, this priority will get decreased, and automatically secondary will take over the active role. I'm going to show now. So go to the configuration mode, interface fast Ethernet 1/2 shutdown. So once I shut down this interface, see, automatically this active is going to speak, and then automatically it will go to the standby will take over the active role. You can see here the standby is taking over the active role. So that is a feature of interface tracking. So for scenario, first is the when our active goes down, the secondary will take over the active role. So the second I have shown about the preemption feature. So without preemption, when the active is restored again, it will not take over the active role. So always we have to enable the preemption. When the preemption is enabled, active goes down, standby will take over the active role. And when the active is restored again, so automatically the control will come to the primary. And the third I have shown about the authentication. There are two types of authentication. So here I have shown about the plain authentication, where HSRP are sending the plain messages. And fourth thing I have shown about the interface tracking. So whenever a specific interface is shut down, automatically the primary will decrease its priority and the secondary will take over the active role. And thanks for watching this. Please subscribe me for more videos.